And welcome into another edition of the Aggie Insider Zoomcast. I'm Scott Marsh. It's always great to be with you as every week we try to catch you up on what's going on in UC Davis athletics, talk to some great players and coaches and people who've meant so much to athletics over the years. And this week, I'm especially excited to be joined by one of the all-time greats in UC Davis men's basketball history, Brynton Lemar. B, how are you, my buddy? It's so good to see you, my man.
Man, I'm doing well. I'm happy to, reconnect with you and chat, as we were just talking off the air, just how I miss just hearing your voice and being around, UC Davis and after game interviews and all that. But it feels great to just be back home, so I'm doing good.
It's hard to believe it was 3 years ago that you were carrying UC Davis to the NC2A tournament, the win in the Big West Conference tournament over Irvine, getting to play Kansas. Those were very special times.
Yeah, of course. They were very special times. Even some of my teammates and friends, we still talk about that, the moments and stuff like that. And, there still hasn't been a feeling like just playing in NCAA tournament and just going to war with my brothers. And, like I said, it was an amazing experience. So that was a part of it,
Yeah, no, those were great times indeed. As this Aggie Insider Zoomcast is always being brought to you by your Geico local office. During the COVID crisis, your local Geico office is open until 8 o'clock each evening to assist you with all your insurance needs. Give them a call, 916-923-5050, and let the people who do it best help you. Now, B, you had a great career at UC Davis, and we'll touch on it some more, but you've had a great life after UC Davis in the time that you've left as well. You've traveled overseas. You've played basketball in Europe. You've met the love of your life. You're getting set to be married. You become a writer back here at the local Davis paper. I mean, you picked right up where when college left, and you took it to it, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, UC Davis, first and foremost, it gave me the opportunity to, just first what I do, which is writing. And I also have a podcast. It's called the In and Out Podcast. Maybe I'm trying to plug it a little bit.
I got to check that out. I haven't been asked to be a guest on that yet. So.
Okay. I'm for sure going to have you as a guest, because this podcast, it's a range of just people who I love to bring on just to hear their testimonies and stuff like that. But, like I said, UC Davis has really just allowed me to just grow as a person. And outside of, when I graduated, off the court basketball, of course, it matured my game and stuff. But off the court, I felt like it just allowed me to develop like deep connection with Bruce, and he knows that I love to write, and we have a great relationship to this day. To just he helps me with whatever I need, and he understands the plan I have forth in my future. So it's a testament to UC Davis. I love my time and the connections I was able to have, at UC Davis. So
yeah, talking about Bruce Gallant at the Davis Enterprise, where your columns have been featured, and certainly have enjoyed reading them. Now you're currently at home in San Diego with your parents, but just catch us up to life after you, because you've gone overseas, you've been playing basketball in France. What's that experience been like for you?
Yeah, that experience. So my path after UC Davis, I played in France, and my first year in France was amazing. I learned a lot. And just seeing a different culture has allowed me to open my eyes to new experiences, and just to be immersed in like something different. For me, I would never dreamed about playing in France, or, my second year where I played in Hungary. This past year I played in Poland, so just trying to seeing different, just seeing different cultures and different, landmarks. It's been truly a blessing for me. And I've picked up so many lessons on the way, just on the court, off the court, and I'm just grateful that like I said, I'm able to still love outside or after college, because not a lot of players, they can't experience that, because of certain situations or whatever. But I was fortunate enough to be able to just continue to play and see So.
Yeah. Well, and of course, being overseas and everything that's been going on the last couple months with this pandemic and everything else, can you just talk about, the experience for you over the last couple of months here?
Yeah. So, I mean, this past year I was in Poland, as I said earlier, and we had a amazing season. So teams didn't think we were going to finish top 10, I guess. And our team actually finished second. I felt like if the season didn't end it, we would have for sure had a chance to win the whole championship. But just playing this year has been, I've learned so much. I've made good friends with, players from across the world, and, just even Americans that I've met. I was able to develop relationships and learn from them and just grow as a basketball player, but also as a person. As you said, I'm getting older now, so just understanding, like I said, like the whole about how important it is to embrace, just the time of my life where I'm at in a different country. It's been very important for me. So it's been amazing. And this, like I said, this past year was amazing for me on the court. I made first team All Poland, and our team finished second in the league. Like I said, they canceled it because of this whole Corona stuff, but it's been a blessing, and I feel like I've set myself up to play somewhere nice or wherever. If I do come back, doesn't matter. But I've set myself up for a bigger role next year and to do bigger things.
Yeah, in the United States, we're still just kind of waiting on word, and obviously we don't know what college athletics might look like in the fall, or professional sports right now. Nothing's really been said. And what are you hearing from overseas and your teams over there, with Poland? Is it similar circumstances, wait and see, or what are they telling you in terms of what they think, what it might look like, as you approach next season?
So next season, what they've been telling me is so they already started to open up, some gyms out in Poland, and I heard Italy's getting better as of now, and but there's a lot of things that they're saying. They're thinking about starting leagues earlier to play start the season. So when, let's say, if there was a second wave of coronavirus, they would be able to stop the season and then restart and then start again sometime in January. But they were thinking about starting early. Some teams, I heard a rumor in Italy, they might not start until January 1st because, when it comes to this, it comes with a lot of I guess economical stuff and fans, they kind of need the money. So whether the teams can survive without the fans, I don't know if some teams can survive without the fans. Are they going to be able to or not? So it just everyone doesn't know what's going on. And I'm just like everyone else. I'm just going to stay ready, try to focus on learning new things. And I've been during this time, I've been just developing my podcast skills and writing more and doing stuff like that. So, I have a plan outside of basketball, so.
Absolutely. So we talk with Brynton Lemar, and again, this episode being brought to you by Woodstocks. Woodstocks Pizza, open for curbside pickup, contactless delivery from lunch to late night. Now Woodstocks offers your favorite beer, wine, hard cider, and hard seltzer to go. We even have draft beer to go with happy hour pricing all day, every day. Order online at woodstocksdavis.com for fast, free, contactless delivery from our trained delivery team. The best thing about being overseas for you, I'm sure the experience was great. It has been great, but you met the love of your life. You're engaged. Yeah. She's in Dubai at the time, though. Now, talk about how you met her and how tough it is to be separated like this during this time.
Yeah. Well, she actually went to Davis.
Okay.
Okay. So we met senior year towards the end of the year, and we've been doing long distance and stuff like that. But she comes visits me, and I go visit her and stuff like that. But we really met senior year, And it was just, it's just been it's been tough to be away from her, especially during this time, because a lot of couples are together and stuff like that. But we're kind of used to, I guess, because some people, I feel like they're not used to just not being around their significant other. So we're kind of used to, just doing this whole thing, I guess, digitally over FaceTime or whatever. But it's been amazing. She's the most amazing person I ever met, and I'm super excited about what the future holds. So that's where we're at.
All right. No, that's awesome. And congratulations for that. Now, forgive me, is she from Dubai, or why is she over there right now?
So she's originally from South Africa, and she lives in Dubai. She works in Dubai. She does graphic design. She's a UI UX designer, but her family, like she was born in South Africa, and her family moved to Dubai when she was in high school. So that's where she's like kind of based. So that's her story.
Yep, and I know you're at home in San Diego with your parents, who still come out to catch games. I see your dad at Aggie games, and it's always fun to catch up with Barry. I love your dad, and certainly so much fun there. Now, I know the two of you're set to wed in July in Jamaica.
Jamaica,
how's that shaping up right now, and what kind of contingency plans are you making if need be?
It's shaping out okay right now. It's a little shaky. We don't know what's going to happen. If they're going to, like, for her, what's going on is basically the UAE, they're very strict, and they kind of do stuff differently. So they're not allowing planes in or out of Dubai or just the UAE. So we don't know if she's going to even be able to fly out during that time. But they're set to open July 1st. So that's kind of real close. But, they've been kind of just changing the dates in every country. But we're optimistic about everything. Jamaica, we've been doing a lot of planning, and, it's kind of stressful at times. And it'll just be unfortunate if it doesn't happen. But regardless, I'm still the luckiest man. So it's going to work out, and we're still going to get married regardless of where she's at. We may even do a Zoom wedding, but we don't know what's going to happen, but we're optimistic right now.
Can I make a suggestion to you?
Of course.
Don't do a Zoom wedding. You'll never live that down your entire life.
I mean, it could be a new trend, We can have everybody join now, We can have everybody.
You want to stay married, right?
Yeah.
At least for a little while. Yeah. I don't know how that one's going to fly, my friend.
Yeah. But, we're optimistic about just everything. And regardless, if it doesn't work out, we'll figure something else out. And it's going to happen. So.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And you're right. It's a matter of time. And if it needs to be pushed back, so be it.
Yeah.
You can wait, both of you guys, for sure. So delve back into your playing days at UC Davis, because when you started, you were like an 11th, 12th man, fighting hard, a lot of great players in front of you, part of that team that set so many school records in 2014, 2015. You saw them win a regular season conference championship, just to lose down in Anaheim. And then you just gradually started to grow, had a role as a sophomore, and just really came into your own in that senior year. I mean, you really carried the Aggies down the stretch, and then in that championship game against Irvine, in that slugfest, 50-47, you big shot after big shot after big shot B. Just talk about those 4 years and your evolution as a player at UC Davis.
Yeah, man. So my 4 years, it's been kind of unconventional. I feel like, most athletes, when they come in, they want to play a lot. Like me, I want to play a lot. I want to be on the floor to contribute, to help a team. But my role throughout the years, grew as because I feel like I put in a lot of work throughout the years to just groom myself to be able to take on these responsibilities. And starting from freshman year, I was skinny. I didn't know a lot, and like you said, I was kind of playing behind a lot of just great players, Ryan, Avery, Corey, but they've taught me a lot. And by me kind of, not initially playing, it helped me just grow as a player, grow mentally, grow maturely, physically. I saw how they did things, and they kind of took me on the ropes and showed me how I need to play. So those years, it's been it was good. And senior year coming in, I took everything. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I took everything that I learned for the past few years, and my mentality is, look, I only have one more year. I have to go out there and I got to go hoop, do what I know, do what I know I can do, because I put in the work. So I really miss my, like we talked off camera, I really miss my time at Davis. Just like I said, fine with my brothers. You kind of don't recreate that brotherhood like no other anywhere else. Even if you do win professionally, I won games professionally and stuff like that, but it's just not the same when when Darius is living with you, or LJ, and you just, after a game, you go home and you live with them and you talk about the game and stuff like that. It's just little things like that you don't kind of get anymore. But
are you able to keep in touch with those guys?
Yeah, of course. Darius and I, Darius is actually my best man.
Okay.
And yeah, Darius and I, we talk every single day.
Awesome.
LJ, I tap in here and there. Chima, we talk a lot. Everybody, we all have kind of a group chat too, so we still kind of stay in touch and stuff like that. So.
And of course, Chima playing professionally as well.
Yeah.
You guys can share
those. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. You can help them out a little bit in that respect. Talk about what it was like to play in the NC2A tournament. You got into the first 4 games, went back to Dayton, Ohio. The whole nation focused on the games. You get the victory versus North Carolina Central. I remember the celebration back at the hotel, and humongous celebrations, and then immediately flying on to Tulsa to take on Kansas less than 2 days later. It was a total whirlwind week, an incredible experience. What do you take from it 3 years later?
I just take, I have stories, like just my mom, she sat next to Rob Lowe, right? Like my mom legit sat next to Rob Lowe. And
he was wearing a Davis hat.
Yeah, wearing a Davis hat, so just I think about those experiences more so than playing against Kansas, because my whole thing was when I want to experience the totality of the tournament. When I see Clark Kellogg, or when we meet Reggie Miller and I get to talk to him and ask him questions. Reggie Miller is like one of the greatest players ever, just basketball wise, and I wanted to kind of soak it all in. And, whatever happened on the court, because somebody has to lose at the end of the day. First of all, I came into every game, even Kansas, I thought we were going to win. That's how my mentality is. But, at the end of the day, I want to soak in its totality, because you hear so much about the tournament. And, just taking after our game in Dayton, just taking showers. We're all hyped in the showers, then we get some food, and then there's media, press, and then we find out we got to take another charter private jet to Tulsa, so we got to hurry up. We feel like rock stars and stuff like that. And, I really miss kind of stuff, that just atmosphere around, like I said, around my brothers and stuff, so. It was an amazing experience, and like our whole team, we fought, our coaching staff, we were all on the same page, and we knew that we were going to come in and make some noise, and we were just happy to kind of make history. We deserved it. We, like I said, from freshman year, we put in the work. I came in with Georgie, and shout out to Georgie. I can't forget about anybody, but we came in and we wanted to put in the work, and we wanted to just make a mark at UC Davis. So,
well, you made more than the mark. You left a lasting impression that nobody will forget, and you'll always be the first UC Davis men's basketball team to be in the NC2A tournament. So you'll always Always have that. All right, B, as we wrap up, the most important question, are you still going to hang on with the Raiders now that they're moving to Vegas?
You already know I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on.
Have you been talking to Keelan Doss? Is he hooking you up with those sideline passes? What's going on there?
Man, me and Keelan, we talked a little bit. I hit him up on IG a little bit, but my stance with the Raiders, we're gonna be great. I'm a Raider fan. It's black and silver in my blood, and I may even think about moving to Vegas, But I'm always gonna be a Raider fan. Raiders over every team. So that's how I feel.
I don't know how you get away with that in San Diego, although honestly, more Raider fans probably in San Diego right now than there are Charger fans. So.
What? Yeah, I mean, Chargers, they moved up to San Diego.
I know, they're yesterday's news.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said they're yesterday's news in San Diego.
Yesterday, they were always yesterday's news.
I know.
That's the thing. That's what people didn't understand. It was that's why I was a Raider fan.
All right, we'll have to continue this conversation on your podcast.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to honestly having you. Just you, right. How your story is, and how you're such a great just announcer. You're such a great person as well, and I think a lot of people will be inspired by how you went about things, and I seriously am gonna hit you up about that, and we can do it even on a Zoom, and then we can put it on YouTube or it's also gonna be on my podcast. But I want to kind of evolve, kind of like how you guys done, and I appreciate you guys for reaching out to me. I always love giving back to UC Davis. That's where I feel like I grew the most as a person, on and off the floor, and it's just it's been amazing to like I said, reconnect with you and talk to you, and I appreciate you and the whole UC Davis staff just allowing me to join you guys, especially during this time. I feel like a lot of people, they need to see a lot more positivity than negativity, and this time I feel like it's more of a time to grow, learn new things, reconnect with people and stuff like that, so.
Absolutely, man. B, you're always been one of my favorites. It's great to talk to you. I'm glad you're doing so well. I'm excited for you. Can't wait to hear about your wedding. Hopefully it happens sooner than later. Yeah. You're a good man. You're a good Aggie, and catching up with you as well.
Appreciate it. Great catching up with you too.
All right, we'll talk again soon. That's going to do it for this edition of the Aggie Insider Zoomcast. Again, they're always brought to you by your Geico local office. We'll be back next week with more great Aggie stories for you. Until then, stay safe and go Ags.